we basically invest in small to mid-cap companies across Asia, and we realized that we want to get our son involved into what we do, and that's how our journey started. And yeah, so we initially made him start with writing research on companies in which we had investments. And he started initially with just doing data entry and the ratio analysis or financial analysis.
Initially, it was just the financials that he was doing, and in the last report, the last two reports, we've been making him read the annual reports and the the minutes to the meetings, and then also we encourage him to go on to not just Perplexity but even Google, to not just look at the company itself but the environment, the macro environment in which the company operates. One of the reasons why we were doing this, of course, was because we felt that we want to involve him in the work that we do, because hopefully it will become something that he can do in the future, because you don't need to interact. Our son is on the autism spectrum, so social interaction is a challenge for him. And this is something you really don't need to interact to be able to have a product in place. And also, we wanted to some extent raise the awareness for special needs in Singapore about that. And I think Puneet already mentioned that whatever is the money which is being raised for this particular by writing these reports is going to be donated to a fund which is specifically for special needs people in Singapore. And we are very, very grateful to Smartkarma for giving us the platform to be able to do that. So that's the reason. My son is already in his 20s, and we wanted him to find a meaning or purpose of being able to do some kind of work which is relevant. And because this is something that we do, we thought that we would go ahead and teach him what we do, and then hopefully find out whether he's able to carry it on. And that's the reason we actually started it. He's good in numbers, that's one thing, and then the second thing is, of course, this is what we do, and so we'll be able to teach him. And one of the reasons we thought is because now investment is no longer confined just to fund managers. It's become very, very broad-based. You have lots of retail investors who use their own, who use platforms like Smartkarma and other financial platforms to get research and ideas about how to invest. And so we felt that when we are going to put it up on a platform like Smartkarma, it's being said that it's and whatever is the money which is going to be raised, or that it has been done by a person who has some part of the research report has been done by a person with special needs. It just raises awareness for the community towards special needs, and hopefully makes it more broad based. So that was the idea behind it. One was of course helping us, and the other one was also to raise awareness about special needs.
Basically, like as every parent, this is what we know, and we decided that let's teach him, and whatever income we get, if we can help somebody else, that's why it's a multiplier impact. And I'm sure there are a lot of other parents who are also probably trying to do things for their special needs children with what area they are in. And we just found that Smartkarma gave us the opportunity, and
we're very grateful for that.
Yeah, they gave the opportunity, and we thought, okay, why don't we just try to do that? So initially it was just a link, and now thanks to Smartkarma, it became like a preamble on the report.
The initial idea that we had was there are a lot of companies in Singapore which are not being covered by by analysts. So we thought that we would try to give some coverage to those companies, so that if we publish a report rightly or wrongly, it might be of interest to retail investors or whoever else is looking for an opportunity to invest but does not have the necessary information to do so. So our idea was to go in for companies which were not really covered or do not have that much of coverage in terms of research.
And also, in the research note, you can see there's a clear pattern in the sense that we talk about the history of the company, then we go to product, competition, demand, supply, financials, dividend policy, and valuations. We tend to usually not make a recommendation, but readers can make it out what we think of the company. So we try to split the research report in a way that people can understand it better. I believe that these special need individuals, I've seen kids who are, I think they're smarter than even my son, and each one of them, or even some, I find that each special need individual has got some unique talent, and it has just come out. And and parents can correlate, can find a way around it, and people should. It's not only parents; it's just society, and everybody should just believe in that. Because
Actually, the journey that we would like to share is that for all parents, it's like, for example, as my husband said, it's each one of these kids might have a talent. So work on what you think. As parents, you often have the instinctive knowledge of what each one of them can be good at. And so as parents, if you can support them in nurturing that particular talent, then they'll also be contributing something, and it gives them a sense of purpose.
I think that we want to inspire every parent with a special needs child in believing in their child and try to get the best out of them. And it can be an area which they are interested or the child is interested in. And we are actually trying to grow what we are trying to do. So we offered an internship to another special needs child to research some companies. And because my son has got an advantage because his parents are involved in. So we just want to see that if we can get another child, give some work, and he can earn and feel better. Right now, our focus is on equity research, but there's a lot of basic data entry work which goes around, and if anybody is interested in, at least, because I have been volunteering with IT, special needs children for a long time, we can make a difference to somebody else's life also if there's more work. And if somebody is a parent of a special needs child or anybody, the parents have got only one thing, but two most important things, right? What after me? And how do I make my son or whatever my child have a sustainable life?
We have experienced the kindness of so many people in our journey with our son, unexpected from complete strangers, where there would be no payback. And we have learned so much because, and we have, I mean, this is what Puneet may say. We just want to, in a way, if possible, tell parents that don't despair. You keep doing your work, and something good will come out of it. That's what and always pay forward, because when somebody does something good for you, you don't even if you cannot reciprocate in that, but just pay it forward in some way or the other, and that's how the multiply impact happens. So we've had, as I said, such unexpected kindness from many people, and we are so utterly grateful for that. Not just people whom we know, but even complete strangers who knew that there was no way in which we could repay them for their kindness. So it's always just keep moving forward and paying it forward, and it will have a multiplier impact. It makes the society as a whole a kinder and a nicer place.
You don't know. You just if you can help somebody, I don't know where, you will get a payback in kindness in some form. I don't know where, and that's the philosophy.
But you don't do it with the intention that you should get a payback.
But what I'm saying is that, so if you do it, I'm sure you will get paid back in some form or other. Parents of a special needs child put in way more effort than in raising a parent of a typical child, and people should become aware of that. And a lot of time, a special needs child will behave in a way where they don't have control over their body also. So people should just be understanding towards the child and towards the parent, because they can see they really put in an effort. And especially in a place like Singapore, where I feel that it's a much more densely populated. So a lot of the special needs kids have got sensory issues, noise issues, which people should become aware of and be understanding. And I can tell you the awareness has gone up a lot, right?
Yes. We are amazed. We've been living here for nearly 2 decades, and we found that the awareness in the general population towards special needs and the understanding and the empathy levels have really, changed over the past 2 decades. And our message to everybody would be, just have a little bit more empathy.
We just want to say thank you, Smartkarma, and
thank you for giving us the opportunity.
I hope this helps the cause in any way. To us, it's more than monetary. It's much more awareness. Awareness is to go up. Right.
Yes, it has
This-
gone up already.
It's
but-
gone up, and I would love to see more, especially children moving around.